Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report, and hell, being part of my daily therapy. You know, life is crazy right now with the pandemic. Talking to my daughter, I wish I could see my daughter. Um, the way things are, I don't have any clue as to when that might be. Um, Flying is not exactly the best of things to do right now. The world seems to be confused on how this thing is transmitted and caught and remedies and everything else. Right now, everything just seems to be upside down. And I've lived my life a long time. I've seen a lot of things. I used to watch TV on a black and white TV, okay? Big ass piece of furniture with a little TV screen. All wooden case decked out and stuff, little teeny black screen. I remember seeing us land on the moon. I remember my mom being upset when Martin Luther King was shot. I remember seeing the airplanes that landed in Dover, Delaware with the coffins coming back from the Vietnam War. I remember the Cold War with Russia and the wall going down. I remember the gas lines in like 1979 that literally the gas station was a block away from my parents' house, but the gas lines wrapped around the block and literally took hours to fill up your gas tank. Hell, I remember walking down to the gas station with 50 cents to get gas for the lawnmower and it being so much gas that it was hard for me to carry the gas can back. I have seen a lot of things. When the first space shuttle flew on the back of that 747 jet and the Challenger blowing up, I remember who should have been Michael Jordan, Len Bias, being drafted by the Celtics, who had just won the NBA championship, and him dying from coke overdose. I saw the 1980 American hockey team beat the Soviets in one of the biggest upsets of all time. I've seen a lot of things in my life. I saw the wall go down between East and West Germany. But I have never, in all my 54 years, seen or been through anything like we are right now. It's crazy. And at a time when we all should be working together, it doesn't seem like we are. But the NFL, God bless them, they understand the importance of sports, of hope that it gives us. They're trying to do anything and everything they can to have a season. NBA are going to be having like these watches on that are going to be monitoring them to try and keep them healthy, doing the bubble. The NFL, face shields and maybe some kind of breathing apparatus. Fining players for reckless behavior, basically going out. Testing several times a week and everything else in quarantine. They are trying to do their damnedest so we can have a sport. And here's the thing. Tomorrow is the 8th of July already. 2020 can't get out of here soon enough. The Cowboys have 1 week left to try and get a long-term deal done with Dak Prescott. 1 week. Pat Mahomes got his deal yesterday. That was a really long-term deal. But really, helps out the Kansas City Chiefs. And as much as we look at that and say it's a $503 million deal, really guaranteed is $140 million. And basically, the Chiefs have the option of every year bringing him back. If he comes back every year, he gets basically a $20+ million bonus for showing back up. And I'm sure that deal, if Pat Mahomes continues to play the way he has, eventually will be renegotiated, because eventually the salary cap is going to go through the roof. But that's where a team has decided that we're going to take care of you as well as trying to do the best for the team. And they work together. They work together for that outcome. Because Pat Mahomes had to give a bit, because it's basically, he's really not getting, he's only getting a $10 million signing bonus right now. That's what he's getting. $10 million. He'll have the money eventually, but I'm just getting 10 now. And it's kind of like if you win the lottery. You can go ahead and take payments over 20 years, or you can take a one lump sum. If you take the lump sum, you're going to take less money, but you have more of it to work with. And if you do right with it, you can potentially make more money if you invest it right. But a lot of people don't invest that right. And you know, when you got a whole lot of money, money has one thing to say, and that's goodbye. So for some people, it might be better to get it every year, because I know at least, hey, on June 15th, I know I'm getting that big check. I got that for the next year, and I know after that I'm going to get another one. And that's how it is for Pat Mahomes set up right there. But in order to do that, Kansas City had to say, you know what? We believe in you. We're going to open up the checkbook, and, you know, if you work with us, we'll work with you. You're going to have generational wealth. You don't need $500 million right now. We can spread it out over 10 years. And that's where you have a team and a player working together for the common good. With the Cowboys, it doesn't seem to be that way. Because you look at D-Law, when D-Law wanted his deal, Cowboys were like, nah, we're just going to franchise tag you. Cowboys weren't trying to meet in there. D-Law was like, I ain't trying to meet in there either, then I ain't doing jack. Not getting the shoulder worked on. In the end, he got his deal, but it didn't help the two of them out. D-Law was the one that benefited from it. He got his money. The team, well, we didn't do much on defense. And then we repeated that same thing with Zeke Elliott. Zeke got his money. The team, well, they didn't get that much help in return. I'm hoping in the course of the next 7 days that Dak and the Dallas Cowboys realize that we have the makings of something special. But we need to work together for the common good. That Dak, you've done everything we've asked you to do. You've outperformed what was expected of you. We believe in you, and we're going to take care of you. And Dak, of course, hey, you know, take care of me, I'll take care of you. If we can do that, then maybe we can succeed. And as a human level, it drives me crazy that on a daily basis we see videos of people going crazy because they're asked to wear a mask. I don't know for 100% certain that me wearing a mask is helping to stop spreading the coronavirus. I don't know that for sure. But I know if I don't wear one at all, I know that definitely I'm not doing anything to try and stop it. And as much as people want to say, I want to be open, I want to go do this, I want to do that, the best way to do that is we stop having the coronavirus. We can look at around the world where everybody else's numbers are going down. And this is where we have to start looking at the common good. That it's more than just me being at Costco and I don't want to wear a mask and I'm going to go through and say, I feel threatened because you asked me to wear a mask. Come on, man. What happened to the America that sacrificed, that grew victory gardens, that had their ration cards and would take some of their rations and still donate that to the American cause? What happened to that? You know, I try to not be controversial. I'm 54 years old. I want you to understand the first year that I went to school, my school had just integrated right then and there. First class. If you've ever seen the movie Remember the Titans, that was 1972. That was Alexandria. T.C. Williams High School. It's true. Now, of course, it's the movies based on a true story. But I remember playing football against Coach Boone in the early 80s. People get pissed off, some people get pissed off when they see a sign on the door that says, please wear a mask. It literally infuriates them. It pisses them off, and they go crazy about that. You know what I mean? It drives some of you, and I don't know if any of you who are feeling that way are watching right now, but you understand that you don't like somebody telling you what you have to do. That if you don't do that, that you're not welcome there. You understand that? Now you understand what it was like to be black in America. When the sign said, whites only. When the lunch counter, the town I grew up in, we weren't allowed to actually sit at the counter, the stool. We'd have separate drinking fountains. And you weren't welcome in other places. Maybe those of you that get pissed off about wearing a mask can get a slight taste of what it was like to be segregated against. We all need to start working together for the common good and stop hating each other. We need to start, instead of looking at somebody who's black or white and saying if they're black they're this, or if they're white they're that, that we start judging each person as an individual by the character of their heart. We don't start working that way. I'm afraid that this country, which right now seems to be on a decline, is going to continue to be on a decline. I love my country. But right now, man, I'm fearful for all of us. I hope and pray that somehow, some way, in 3 weeks, that the training camps will be opened up, that the players will be able to play football safely, we as fans will be able to enjoy it, that we can somehow stop this damn pandemic, that we can actually get back to life, that people can get back to work, that people will have an opportunity, that we'll all be treated fairly. I hope and I pray for all of us. Thank you guys for listening. and being my therapy. I'll see you guys in the morning. Love y'all.